Yes, I've checked my microphone. Yes, it's supposed to work this time. But let me know if it doesn't. What's up? Hello, Elliot. You are first. Tuck Pig's Dream. Hi, Fool, a friendo. On and off. Missed the heck out of you. Missed the heck out of you. We've been doing okay though. Hey, Carrie, what's up? How you doing? But I'm glad you're here on and off because we started with QL and that shit fucking scary. Just looks way too much like math. Way, way, way too much. Anyways, how's everybody doing? Have my jar of drink. It is a barley drink, which sounds weird and hippie, but it's fucking delicious. All right. Look at that. That's a cheat sheet. That's a scary ass cheat sheet. It's still ugly. I didn't change it yet. But by the way, can you hear my chair screeching? Let me know if you do. Because I've switched to a standing table, but I can't stand all the time. So once in a while, I'm gonna sit down. And the sitting chair is a bit squeaky. But supposedly you're not supposed to hear the squeak. But if you do, that would be annoying. So let me know. Okay. I guess. You don't hear it. That's good. Friendo is my sound guy today. Funny. It's I don't know. I'm a little distracted today. So you know how the streams go. We might get into such heavy tangents that we'll never leave. But we're gonna try to stick to this because I am committed, guys. I am committed. But I do keep hearing that people do want to learn. They just haven't been here from scratch from the first time. So they have no idea what I'm talking about. So maybe I should like turn this cheat sheet into like a one-time follow-up lesson kind of thing. Because I do think I absorbed most of it. On and off, I found out what my problem is with this entire thing. There are too many con words on and off. How do you logicians remember which con word goes to where? It's probably an English thing, because English is not my first language, but so many of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just on this page, just in a cell. Jesus Christ, what expects us in QL is gonna be fucking terrible. So if you have a trick on how to remember all the fucking con words, let me know. Right, we ended up with this nightmare. This was a nightmare the last time. Looked like a nightmare because we still don't know what X, Y, and Z are. This book haven't explained it to us yet. So everything looks like weird maths that is unexplained yet. Okay, so we'll continue from this. We can symbolize sentences that use any combination of these predicates and terms. For example, Donald is angry. So this is just, so you do D-A-D, don't you? I think I'm getting there. So the X is replaced with D. And it is small. It's because like, what's the name of it? A definite description or a constant, right? Is that all the names and the specific descriptions are gonna be with small letters, I think. And the big letters are the things about them. The things about the objects and the subjects, I think. So Donald is angry would be AD, wouldn't it? And if Donald is angry, then so are Gregor and Maribeth. So that's gonna be conditional. It's gonna be happening like that. That's what's gonna, until I remember those con words. Yeah, we can try to formalize them, I guess, but who cares? Sentence is straightforward. AD, yes. Yes. I'm not stupid, or not too stupid. It's good. The X is the key entry. AX is just a placeholder. We can replace it with other terms when translating. So it's good. Okay, so this was scary last week. This is much less scary now. Maybe my mind is all fresh and shit. It's good. Once more people rock in, we're gonna ask how many of you want like a summarizing lesson of SL and shit like that, and all the stuff in between. And then maybe more of you are gonna enjoy these streams, just the logic part, not just the tangent part. You know what I mean? So sentence 1, straightforward ID. The AX is in the key entry. AX is just a placeholder. We can replace it with other terms when translating. Sentence 2 can be paraphrased as if AD, then AG and AM. This is much easier, much easier than we thought. QL has all the truth functional connectives of a cell. So we translate this as AD, conditional, AG, conjunction, and AM. Sentence 3 can be translated as T1 is as tall or taller than Y. Yeah. T1 mg. Also understand. So you have two variables here, two placeholders, so to speak. So T1, you say T1 is X is as tall or taller than Y, and then you put T1 XY, and then you replace the XY with the placeholders of the names, with the keys of the names, the letters of the names. Fuck. I know what I mean, but you know. And TMG. What is Santorini Marbath is at least as tall and tough as Gregor. Okay. So there you go. Nobody made the Michael Gregor joke yet. Which is, are you even vegan, people? Come on. Sentence 4. Donald is shorter than Gregor. So it's just negation of T1, isn't it? So you say T1. No, negation. Which one? Yeah. Negation T1 DG. Am I correct? Yeah. You see, I'm getting there. That's good. You're all very quiet. No tangents today? Okay, that's fine. We can learn. So sentence 4 might seem as if it requires a new predicate. If we only needed to symbolize this sentence, we could define a predicate like SXY to mean X is shorter than Y. However, this would ignore the logical connection between shorter and taller. Considered only as symbols of QL, there is no connection between S and T1. They might mean anything at all. Instead of introducing a new predicate, we paraphrase sentence 4 using predicates already in our key. It is not the case that Donald is as tall or taller than Gregor. We can translate it as negative T1DG. Sentence 5. Let's do it for sentence 5 as well. The same thing. Thank you, the real thing. Thank you, Pigstream. Thank you, friend. Thank you. Your validation means a lot. Seriously. I'm only slightly sarcastic. I'm sorry. It's one of those days. Anyways, thank you. Gregor is between Donald and Merrill. What do we mean by between? Oh, there we go. Y is between X and Z. So B, G, D, M. B, G, D, M. That's close to other stuff. B, G, D, M. D, G, M. Yeah. Well, I was almost there. D, G, M, B. Yeah, okay. So sentence 5 requires that we pay careful attention to the order of terms in the key. It becomes B, D, G, M. This book predicted our little my little mistake. Oh shit! There we go. So far, so good. Quantifiers. What a scary word. We are now ready to introduce quantifiers. Consider these sentences. Everyone is happy. Everyone is at least as tough as Donald. Someone is angry. It might be tempting to translate sentence 6 as okay, HD and GD and HM. HD and HG and HM. Yet this would only say that Donald, Greg, and Mary Beth are happy. We want to say that everyone is happy, even if we have not defined a constant to name them. Hey, Michael Askew, what's up? Dave Haham, it's apparently an actual person. We found them on Twitter. Somebody, a carnivore dieter, commented with it on Brandon's repost. And it's David Unwin, or Dave Unwin, something like that. And he's a giant tool, but we expected that. But at least it's not a hem anymore. Hello, Michael, by the way. Hello. Thank you for coming. Thank you for commenting. And then probably walking away. It's an insider joke. So. In order to do this, we introduce the fuck me, the upside down. It's either upside down A or a tip of a pencil. It's one of those things. I vote tip of a pencil. Looks good. So we introduce this symbol. Hello, Bianca. How you doing? Your favorite thing is back, which is this. Isn't it beautiful? Promise I'm gonna make it more beautiful. It's just didn't have the time or the will to deal with it. So we're introducing a new symbol. Everyone is happy, even if we have no defined constant. In order to do this, we introduce the symbol. This is called universal quantifier. We're gonna immediately copy paste that shit, otherwise we forget what that is. And then it's like 10,000 years later or 17 parts later, and we don't know what it is yet. And we'll copy that as well. The upside down pencil symbol. Oof. And in a second, we'll explain what that is. A quantifier must always be followed by a variable and the formula that includes that variable. We can translate sentence 6 as ups and down quantifier. Gonna start what? Formal logic. Y emoji, yeah. Bianca, let me know. I was thinking of making like a where are we now lesson to summarize everything that we learned so far. I bet you would like that. I bet you would like to learn all the things that you avoided learning so far. Stop repaying. You're funny. Okay, so it could be translated as everyone something quantifier x hx. So what would x be in this case? Paraphrased in English, this means for all x, x is happy. So for all, so what would be the x? I still don't know. We call a quantifier x as x quantifier. Okay. The formula that follows the quantifier is called the scope of the quantifier. We will give a formal definition of scope later. Why? Why do they do this like this? It's just so counterintuitive to just throw shit in and then not explain it. Just explain it right here. Why do we need to do it later? Why do I have to stay in state of confusion for this long? Until we know I'm gonna reach the scope thing in like 4 or 5 parts. Until then, I would have forgotten this rant. And why? Why just don't tell us what a scope is? I mean, I can probably fucking figure it out myself. The sound of my chair is annoying me, even if you can't hear it. I gotta fix that somehow, but I guess I'm standing for the remainder of the fucking lesson. Okay. Okay. But intuitively, it is the part of the sentence that the quantifier quantifies over. In quantify xhx, the scope of the universal quantifier is hx. So for all x is, let's copy this, and so for all x is h. So h being the scope of the quantifier. All right. Maths, in it, maths. It's all maths. But it's all English maths. It's fine. You learn nothing. Well, that's what I'm asking. Would you like to learn something? That's what I'm asking, Bianca. That's what I'm asking. I appreciate your honesty. So maybe other people would like to learn something. We'll do a poll when there are more than 6 of you in the chat. Or more than 5 of you, actually. Universal quantifier. Okay, we got it. The scope of the universal quantifier is hx. Okay, sentence 7. Everyone is at least as tough as Donald. So X is as tough or tougher than Y. Well, how would you split that at least as? Well, yeah, that would be paraphrasing. Yeah. So those are logically like those are equivalent in the English language, I guess. Maybe not in SL or EQL. So as tough or tougher is equivalent to. This is teaching me English as well. That's good. It's equivalent to at least as tough. I think those are like basically the same, paraphrasing one another. I'm really trying hard here to avoid learning despite being here every time. Well, I appreciate your effort, Bianca. Really appreciate your effort. So sentence 7 can be paraphrased for all x. X is at least as tough as Donald. This translates as quantify x t2xd. It's clear to me. In these quantified sentences, I really feel like doing this exercise last week really fixed some stuff. Like I was suffering much greater before this. One sec. There you go. Now you can actually see me. But after doing this, yeah, I feel like things I don't know. They're starting to find their place in the brain. Good. So I really am glad that I finally did it. Only talked about it for like ages. Only talked about doing it for ages. But did it last week. That's good, but better late than never. So it feels like I'm understanding this shit better because I did that shit. So in this quantified sentences, the variable x is serving as a kind of placeholder. We're talking about this again? Well, okay. The expression I just talked about that I understand the shit and then I read immediately. The comedic timing is amazing. Then I immediately read the sentence that I have no idea what it just said or why it should have been said. We already talked about X being a placeholder, but now I'm wondering if that means something else in this case, like a placeholder for something else. I don't know. In these quantified sentences, the variable X is serving as a kind of placeholder. Hey, what's up, Vegan Power Lab? How you doing? The expression quantify X means that you can pick anyone and put them in as X. There is no special reason to use X rather than some other variable. The sentence quantify X HX means exactly the same thing as quantify Y HY, quantify Z HA Z, and quantify X5 HX5. Good. Kind of clear. So it's, yeah, okay. It's clear. Doesn't matter. Uh, just came back home from a bit of activism. I really appreciate your activism. It's really cool thing that you're doing. Really appreciate it. Scary as fuck. Uh yeah. To translate sentence 8, which is someone is angry. We introduce another new symbol, the existential quantifier E. Okay. So, existential quantifier. And it's this upside down E or horizontally flipped E. Like the universal quantifier, the existential quantifier requires a variable. Sentence 8 can be translated as oh shit. Well, what do we do now? I was calling the upside down pencil quantifier, but now I have to find another way to say it. So I would probably I would use this sentence as universal YHY or something like that. I'm not gonna say the entire fucking thing. Maybe I should give it like but then I might confuse all of you. Not that any of you care about this shit. It's just me. It's just me, and you are trying to distract me successfully most of the time. My microphone is falling off. That's what I'm doing. 1 second. Ugh. There you go. Use my strength to close it. High school flashback. Near a giant poster on the wall behind my desk, just for all the symbols. Well, that's what this is for. I'm gonna add to it and make it look prettier because this is ugly. But this will contain all the symbols, and maybe we can make like a carousel of Windows. Sometimes you can put in a few pictures and it just goes through them. Maybe we can make that somehow. I don't know how. And then some of it will have like these concepts like a tautology and a contradiction and all that shit. And the other stuff is gonna have the symbol. We're just gonna add. It's fine. We're gonna be fine. No panicking. It's gonna be fine. Gonna be doing good. For existential, say there exists an X such that, then add the predicate and X. That's a good idea. I'm just gonna copy paste that into my cheat, into my into this. Oh shit, not like that. Like that. There we go. For universal, say for every X or for all X. For all X or for every shit. Okay, there you go. It's good. Yeah, I was. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it will make me learn it faster. I guess it will make me like if I each time say the thing, say the entire sentence. That's a good idea on and off. That's what I'm gonna do. Thank you for being here again. Really appreciate it. I have progressed on and off in your absence. I promise. But it was harder. Let's just say it like that. So, like, so this I would say for every X, and then what? For every X, XD is T2. It's like a robot speak. But I guess we have to just get used to it. So Because essentially there exists an X. Okay. Like universal quantifier, the existential qualifier requires a variable. Sentence eight can be translated as, for there exists an X such that X. This means that there is some X which is angry. More precisely, it means that there is at least one angry person. So I think I can add that. At least one X exists. That's would also help. Such that AX. Oh, okay. For every X, for all X, such that AX. So, what are you trying to say? This for every X, such that AX. There exists at least some X that such that AX. Oh, fuck. How am I gonna remember all that? With the cheat sheet. All right. This means that there is some X. Once again, the variable is a kind of placeholder. We could just as easily have translated sentence 8 as, yeah. Consider these further sentences. Fuck already. Moving on. Okay. No one is angry, so no one is gonna be new predicate. It's gonna be negated of everyone. Okay, that's good. Oh, maybe not. We'll see. Sentence 9 can be paraphrased as, it is not the case that someone is angry. No one is angry. Yeah. I understand. I thought it would be the opposite of everyone is angry. But that's wrong. Because everyone is angry, the negation of it wouldn't be no one is angry. It could be also include that someone is angry. That would be also the negation. Like, okay. I think I understand. Share that dungeon truth table sheet with you. Sure. I'm sending it to you right now. One sec. Hold on. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Dungeon shit. There you go. I've made the friend or want to learn. This is amazing. Now I just have to find where the fuck did I put it. Jesus. Yeah, probably here. Smart. There you go. Done. Dungeon. It's gotta be prettier though. You won't be learning anything. I'm trying to make it prettier. Because then I can share the workplace with, like the working file with you. And not the JPEG. But you don't have to do this, Brando. I promise I will do a better job. We know that I can do a better job, even if not a good job. Oh, God. So it is not the case that someone is angry. Okay. This can be translated using negation and the existential quantifier. Negation. It is not the case. Well, fuck. It is not the case that for every... it's not the case that there exists an X such that AX, I guess. Nobody comment because... No, I can't say that. Comment. But on and offs... on and off has become a cheat sheet by themselves. So I have their explanations in front of me. It's really helpful. Maybe that's how I'll remember stuff. Okay. Yet sentence 9 could also be paraphrased as, everyone is not angry. Yes, I understand. I understand. English is hard. With this in mind, it can be translated using negation as and then a universal quantifier. So for every x, it is not the case such that ax. Okay. I need a minute, I think. Everyone is not angry. No one is angry. Everyone is not angry. Okay. All right. Both of these are acceptable translations. Did I hold on. I'm gonna mute the tab. Both of these are acceptable translations because they are logically equivalent. The critical thing is whether the negation comes before or after the quantifier. I understand. The sitting down became a chore since I did this transition into standing in table. The sitting down is hard now. In general, yeah, but my body is different. I have to rotate through states. Vegan Power Lab. I can't stand for long periods of time. I can't sit for long periods of time. I can't walk for long periods of time because I have hypermobility. So I can't do anything for a long period of time. BPM is built different. I am built wrongly. I have defects. You run in place. I'm hypermobility. People are not allowed to run. We shouldn't run. Okay, both of these are acceptable translations because they are logically equivalent. The critical thing is whether the negation comes before or after the quantifier. Hypermobility is when you're super flexible. Yes, it affects other stuff as well, not just the joints. It affects the muscles as well. So, but strangely, I build muscle like it's my fucking job. I pick up my phone and I build muscle. So, literally lifted twice this week, like 2 reps of 5 kilos. That's it. 2 reps of 10, 5 kilos. Fucking huge. Seriously, like, measured the goddamn thing. It's fucking huge. So I always built muscle, like, really, really well. What do you mean if the muscle is extended? I'm not sure. Python arms. I don't know what that means. In the stretch position. Well, that's true for everybody. I don't know why I build muscle so fast, though. Literally, like, extremely, extremely fast since I was a child, basically. Doesn't help me, though, because I'm weak. It's pretty, but it's not filled in. I'll just say. Being super flexible means your muscle becomes stretched without even knowing. I don't know. The flexibility is applies to the joints, so the joints are not as sturdy. That's what makes me bendy, not the muscles. I don't know. I mean, I know muscles are connected to joints, but I don't think, therefore, like I've been a soldier for since the age of 14 or something like that. Very rarely do I get fat enough to actually cover all my muscles. Um, but that's about it. Always had like really pumpy muscles. I don't know why. Maybe it has nothing to do with hypermobility or hyperlaxity, the way my orthopedist calls it. I don't know. Vegan Power Lab. If you research it. Hello, Tone. What's up? Nobody is a logic chat here. I'm starting to discover that I'm talking to myself and nobody wants to learn logic with me. I mean, I'm starting to discover. I've knew this for a while. And some people want to, but it's been like fucking 40 hours of me rumbling and they haven't seen the first videos. So I have no idea. So conflicting, not conflicting, but like different people feel differently about these lessons. Those who actually want to learn, they just joined too late. So, and those who don't want to learn, I hear all the time, just distracting me. So it's amazing. What is learning notation? What is that, Vegan Power Lab? Tone, take back your accusation. Yeah, for real. I'm finding out that I'm all by myself in my pursuit of logic chaddom. Maybe Pig's Dream still wants to become a logic chad. I don't know. Like the awkward E, the VXA. I have no idea what she just said. But guys, let's continue. Come on. In general, well, now I have to find what on and off said about this. For every x for all x. So in general, for all x, such as A, is logically equivalent to there doesn't exist an x such that is not A, I guess. This means that any sentence which can be symbolized with a universal quantifier can be symbolized with an existential quantifier, and vice versa. So why do we need both? Well, I guess for simplicity. Pig's Dream. You said something and then you deleted it. That's okay. Or maybe it got deleted or got hidden. No idea. One translation might seem more natural than the other, but there is no logical difference in translating with one quantifier rather than the other. For some sentences, it will simply be a matter of taste. Taste, though. Sentence 10 is most naturally paraphrased as, what is sentence 10? Not everyone is happy. Well, not everyone is happy. Let me think about it for a second. I gotta work that muscle. That's the only muscle that is not swollen that easily. So not everyone is happy. That basically in English means some people are happy, but like not everybody. So not everybody would be good. You could use a review. That's good. Okay. We'll do that. I think next week, if possible. I don't know. I'll try because I work a lot next week. But I'll try. I'll try to do that. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it could be just a top off on our logic chat pursuit. So not everyone is happy is literally a negation of everyone is happy, is it? Or is it No one is happy. Not no one is happy. It also could happen, right? Not no one is happy. So what would that mean with actual thingies? So I guess it would be negation, universal quantifier x, hx, or yeah, both. Just not no one. So negation or well, not no one would be silly because not no one is the same as not everyone. Yeah, I don't know. The negation of everyone is happy is at least one person is unhappy. The negation of everyone is happy is at least one person is unhappy. Well, then how would we do that one? So could you, not everyone is happy, could you just paraphrase it as someone is unhappy? Could you as well? Someone is unhappy. Because we haven't learned at least one person yet. We learned everyone and someone. So someone, so what did you name it? Universal quantifier. Hold on. So we can say that it's existential quantifier x negation hx. Could it be? At least one is someone. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right, I get it. So it's negation existential quantifier x. No, it's the existential quantifier x negation hx. Isn't it? Sentence 10 is most naturally paraphrased as there is some x such that x is not happy. Yeah. It becomes this thing, which is what I said. And I don't want to repeat. Yeah. Thank you, on and off. Appreciate you. Thank you, Power Lab, as well. Thank you. Equivalently, we could write this thing. So I was right. Hold on, I was right. You can paraphrase it as not everyone. You can write it like this. Damn it. So you can write it like this. So it's not everyone is happy. So negation universal quantifier. Or everyone, someone is not is unhappy. Yeah. Okay. Well, is happy and unhappy? Why are they negation of each other? Could be there could be a state of in the middle of just like indifferent kind of thing, or like numb, somebody who doesn't feel anything right now. So that one is a little weird, but I'm guessing we'll get there. If why does it keep doing that? Okay, sentence 11. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. So what is this? I'm again lost. There's someone who is not happy, and that's what translates this. So now it says, fuck, why does it keep jumping like that? I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. So sentence 11 is most naturally translated as not everyone is happy. As for every, not for every x, hx is such that hx, something like that. Between happy and unhappy is fuzzy logic. Okay, I remember you talking to me about fuzzy logic. This is logically equivalent to sentence 10. That's what fucking confused me. The logically equivalent. Let's read them again so that we solidify this. There is someone who is not happy. Not everyone is happy. Are the same thing. Yeah. Okay. So now it makes sense. You just need to improve intuition and English, probably. Although we have two quantifiers in QL, we could have an equivalent formal language with only one quantifier. We could proceed with only the universal quantifier, for instance. We could proceed with only the universal quantifier, for instance, and treat the existential quantifier as a non-notational convention. We use square brackets to make some sentences more readable, but we know that these are really just parentheses. In the same way, we could write existential X, knowing that this is just shorthand for negation, universal X negation. Okay. There is a choice between making logic formally simple and making it expressively simple. With QL, we opt for expressive simplicity. Both universal quantifier and existential quantifier will be symbols of QL. Before we start, we're gonna take a little break, and I'll come back. I need some ice in my decreasingly large drink. It's become hot, so I'm gonna do that. See you in a bit. Very little panic today. I also like it when I whistle. That's why I do it. Despite it giving me wrinkles. All right. Thank you for panicking, Tone. I appreciate it. Right. Universe of discourse sounds scary. Given the symbolization key we have been using for every x, such that hx means everyone is happy. There's an easy way of remembering how negations work with quantifiers. Imagine that every time you push a negation past the quantifier, any direction, the quantifier switches to its counterpart. That is not easier, what you just said. What do you mean by pushing it past the quantifier? I mean, I don't think that's not helping. It's I'm not understanding that better than just saying not. Just saying it is not the case. I don't know. Maybe it will make sense later at some point. Thank you, on and off. I appreciate it. You're still here. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. You don't have to be, really. It was a joke. It was a joke, really. Now I feel like I'm holding people hostage. It is not the case that for every one x, such as mx is equivalent to. Yeah, I figured that out. It's not. I said it wrong, isn't it? Yeah, no, I said it's fine. So it is not the case that for every x. How did you say it? You said it in very specific x. Is very specific way. But it pushed the past the universe. Oh, you mean just move it? Yeah. Understand. Just move it to after the quantifier. Understand. And it switched. Yeah. We only pay ransom in beans. Yeah. Michael. Right, let's continue. So, given the symbolization key we have been using for every x is h means everyone is happy. Who is included in this everyone? When we use sentences like this in English, we usually do not mean everyone now alive on the earth. We certainly do not mean everyone who was ever alive or who will ever live. We mean something more modest. Everyone in the building, everyone in the class, or everyone in the room. Yeah. In order to eliminate this ambiguity, we will need to specify a universe of discourse. Oh, that's interesting. Abbreviated UD. Universe of discourse. Let's immediately. Not like that. Come on. Universe of discourse. UD. The UD is the set of things that we are talking about. Let's copy that. Oh, I hate when it does that. Set of things that we're talking about. Okay. So if we want to talk about people in Chicago, we define the UD to be people in Chicago. We write these at the beginning of the symbolization key like this, UD, people in Chicago. That's nice. The qualifiers range over the universe of discourse. Giving this UD for every X means everyone in Chicago. And how did you say it? You said very specifically for all x of every x. There exists such an x such that. Okay. And there exists an x such that means someone in Chicago. Each constant names some member of the UD. So we can only use this UD with the symbolization key above if Dolan Gregor and Mary Beth are all in Chicago. If we want to talk about people in places besides Chicago, then we need to include those people in the UD. In QL, the UD must be non-empty, obviously. That is, it must include at least one thing. Thing includes people in formal logic, so that you guys don't panic about us being called things. Right. At least one thing. It is possible to construct formal languages that allow for empty UDs, but this introduces complications. How do you even talk about? Or like, why would you even use a quantifier on a nothing? I don't know. Okay. Even allowing for a UD with just one member can produce some strange results. Suppose we have this as a symbolization key. UD, the Eiffel Tower, PXX is in Paris. The sentence, I understand why. Okay. Because then it's just one thing. You can't quantify it, can you? So the sentence for every Eiffel Tower is in Paris, is what this means. Might be paraphrased in English as everything is in Paris. Why? Oh, I mean, I understand. Wait. So our universe of discourse in this case is Eiffel Tower, but then I'm claiming that something is in Paris. That's not included in the universe of discourse. It's probably going to be explained in a minute. I'm probably just waffling to get my brain resting for a second. I feel like my brain is too old to learn and has lost neuroplasticity. Same pig's dream, but I think we are the same age, so shut the fuck up. If I can learn, you can as well. I didn't mean for it to sound so strongly, but you know. Vegan postpartum got distracted and have therefore only just started watching. Well, that's okay, Elliot. I don't put my. I mean, it's gonna exist for you to rewatch if you want. And also, I guess next week, Elliot, maybe next week, I think I'm gonna do like a summary for everything that we learned so far. I'm hoping to do that, so that we are kind of on the same in the same space, so that some of you that are kind of behind can rejoin me on the yellow brick road to Logic Chatham. You know what I mean? You're working while learning logic. Your brain is trying to tell you to stop. Well, same. You're 42, I'm almost 44. So you see, shut the fuck up, Pig's Dream. If I can learn it, you can learn it as well. Again, I didn't mean it to sound so strong, but I don't know, sounds better in my brain, I guess. Softer and nicer and more encouraging, I guess. Maybe this is the Let's Distract dream. Every dream is Let's Distract BPM dream. Every stream is like that. Vegan power up. It comes, big dream, it comes from love. Shut the fuck up and learn. It comes from love. All right. So back to our problem. The problem is that the universe of discourse is the Eiffel Tower, right? So everything in it is supposed to. Did I misunderstand what the universe of discourse is? It's probably going to be explained like here. I'm just not looking here yet. Let's read it then. The sentence, everything is in Paris, might be paraphrased into English. Everything is in Paris. Everything. Well, you're okay. Yet that would be misleading. It means that everything in the UD is in Paris. Oh, so I guess you can reference the outside world as long as the X, as long as the parameter is in the UD. But you can reference the outside world, can you? This UD contains only the Eiffel Tower. So with the symbolization key, everything, what is it, for every X, such as X is P, just means that the Eiffel Tower is in Paris. Oh, I understand. So defining X as everything in the in the universe of discourse, right? Okay, I understand. Roughly, how much longer do you reckon you'd be streaming for? I do feel my brain becoming number and number. So once my brain totally can't absorb anything, I'm guessing about 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna waffle for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go off. Sorry. I'm hoping for longer, but realistically, Elliot, that's where the knocker is going. I can feel it. I can feel the ticking becoming dollar and farther away. Editors among you will understand that joke. Maybe. Oh, you have a premiere in 23 minutes. Then I'm definitely getting off. I'm definitely getting off before 23 minutes. Vegan Power Lab. You know what? I'm gonna do my own job. I was gonna tell you send me it the premiere somewhere, but I can just grab it. You can just get to YouTube and grab it. Vegan Power Lab. Vegan Power Lab. Well, how do I get to the? I guess. Sorry about that. We need protein. That's the thing. Immediately. It's becoming harder and harder to use fucking YouTube. Whoever creates their layout is a stupid person. Seriously. There you go. First of all, notify me. Second of all, like. And third, everybody, go do the same as I did. Push notification and like immediately. Please. Thank you. All right. YouTube is now made for the algorithm only. Yeah, but does it have to be so hard to find things? You need to click on 4 or 5 things to find the simplest thing. Why? So definitely do that. There was a Chrome plugin that resets the layout back to normal. What is it normal even? Was YouTube ever fucking normal? It was always annoying. It just gets more annoying now, isn't it? Just the little updates that kind of like just mess you up. Jesus Christ. Spend hours yesterday and the day before trying to schedule my live stream with Patrick and Brandon. Hours. Don't even know why. Changed something, I don't even remember what, and it worked. I don't know. Don't even remember what I changed. You create playlists for things to watch. It's so hard to find them. Yeah. All right. So now we have the time, the clock is ticking. Now we have about 15 minutes to learn a thing or two. And then we're gonna step off and gonna go watch Cheap's premiere. Everybody, go like, go hit that notification bell. Okay. This UD contains only the Eiffel Tower. Okay. Non-referring terms. In QL, each constant must pick out exactly one member of the universe of discourse. A constant cannot refer to more than one thing. It is a singular term. Did you write down what the constant is? Yes. Singular terms are called constants because they pick out specific individuals. Good. Each constant must still pick out something. This is connected to a classic philosophical problem. Is the so-called problem of non-referring. The so-called problem of non-referring terms. What does that mean? I have to stand up again. This is becoming tiresome. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of regretting this switch to standing table. But the sitting table was terrible. Terrible for my hips. I just want to keep my hips for as long as possible. I just don't want to have the surgery. Okay, Elliot. Okay. So, medieval philosophers typically used sentences about the chimera to exemplify this problem. Chimera is a mythological creature. It does not really exist. Consider these two sentences. Chimera is angry. Chimera is not angry. It is tempting just to define a constant to mean chimera. The symbolization key would look like this. UD, creatures of earth. AX, X is angry. Small c, chimera. We could then translate sentence 12 as AC and sentence 13 as negative AC. Yeah. Problems will arise when we ask whether these sentences are true or false. Problems will arise when we ask whether these sentences are true or false. One option is to say that sentence 12 is not true because there is no chimera. If sentence 12 is false because it talks about non-existent thing, then sentence 13 is false for the same reason, and then it's a contradiction. Yet this would mean that AC and negative AC would both be false. Given the truth conditions for negation, this cannot be the case. Since we cannot say that they are both false, what should we do? Another option. Now I'm distracting myself. But the brain is still working, so we're good. Since we cannot say that they're both false, what should we do? Another option is to say that sentence 12 is meaningless because it talks about a non-existent thing. So a C would be a meaningful expression in QL for some interpretations, but not for others. Yet this would make our formal language hostage to particular interpretations. Since we are interested in logical form, we want to consider the logical force of a sentence like AC apart from any particular interpretation. If AC was sometimes meaningful and sometimes meaningless, we would not do that. That last sentence did not go in. Since we're interested in logical form, we want to consider the logical force of a sentence like I see, apart from any particular interpretation. Oh, I understand. So you just want to have like some kind of integrity in the sentence, right? You can't just willy-nilly put stuff into C and some of the stuff just make your like ruin your argument, right? You need to be able to put a thing in there, and it doesn't matter what you put in there, the integrity of the argument remains. I think that's what I understood from it. Okay. So if a C was sometimes meaningful and sometimes meaningless, we could not do that. This is the problem of non-referring terms, and we will return to it later again. My God, why does this book keeps doing this? Just explain it to me now. It's as if it knows that my brain. No, but this is unhelpful. Just explain it now. It's on page 71. Jesus Christ, that's a long way. That's at least 5 parts until we get there. Gaslighting me. For real. Chip, please let me know if I'm because I'm not looking really in 12 minutes. Okay. So I'm gonna step off in about 7 minutes. How about that? So 7:24. Okay. So the important point for now is that each constant of QL must refer to something in the UD, although the UD can be any set of things that we like. If we want to symbolize arguments about mythological creatures, then we must define a UD that includes them. This option is important if we want to consider the logic of stories. Interesting, isn't it? We could do that at some point. We could just go through like a children's book and formalize it. That could be an interesting video or live stream. We can translate a sentence like Sherlock Holmes lived at 221B Baker Street by including fictional characters like Sherlock Holmes in our UD. But how would you formulate a UD that includes the books of Sherlock Holmes, though? And also, what an illogical book to choose. What a book full of hand of God, basically. All right, I think it's enough for today. We'll continue later. We'll continue next time. Oh, well, no, next time I'm gonna try to do like holistic summary for the entire thing. Yeah. You don't sure you learned anything to do today, but it was nice seeing a friendly face. Well, I'm glad I was that face, I guess. And next, it's gonna be Chip's friendly face. Talking to non-friendlies. Talking to non-vegans, I'm guessing, isn't it? What is it? Oh, I understand. You're doing this. You're doing this video. You're reacting to this video. I included it in one of my shorts at some point. I don't remember. That's okay, Bianca. I appreciate you. I appreciate you sticking around despite hating all of this. Um, nah, I'm sure it's gonna be good, Chip. Yeah, not a problem, Bianca. Ooh, it's been around for 5 years or so, I think. It's been around for a while, isn't it? Uh, I don't think I reacted to it. I think I just included it in some video, like the footage. I remember needing to look for it for some footage. All right, guys. The real thing is already saying, "Go away, VPN. Why do you keep talking?" So let's do that. Thank you everybody for coming. Please go to Vegan Power Labs premiere, which will start in a little while. And I see you later.